Hello, welcome to episode 42 of the Datapack tutorial series. We're doing Villager Dialogue Part 3 because Part 2 was so long that I had to stop. What did we do anyway? I'll do a quick recap. So we added it from basic looping like we have with Noodle. Loop, 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 loop. Just loops through his 3 messages. Let's clear that. Julahu. Let's do a reset. Julahu will now offer us options. Would you like a quest? Yes, no, or kiss Julahu. Okay, we'll say no, and he'll say, that's a shame. One thing I didn't say, this triggered message. That's rather annoying. Game rule, the send command feedback. False. Okay, Julahu. No, that's a shame. Okay, cool. So that's what we did last time. He will offer us options and we can respond with our options, and he'll do something. He'll go to a different message. Let's have a look at the setup. It's probably easiest. So setup, here we go. We gave him a list of options, so we could he'll display kiss him. If we pick kiss, he'll go to 5. If we say no, he'll go to 3, and if we say yes, he'll go to 4. And then we have 3, 4, and 5 here. So that's what we added. This time we're going to add the next most complicated one, which will be adding the ability to run commands. So last time, let's get rid of... No, we'll keep setup. And we added the reset. So we're going to reset. That will do the reset for all our components we'll be adding. We did that last time. We added a couple of scoreboards last time. And this time I have changed, obviously, the description. I haven't, you'll notice, changed the namespace, only the description. So the namespace is still 40. So if you're following along, I thought it'd be easier than having to keep changing all the namespace. You can just watch episode 1, 2, 3 and not have to change anything. Okay, storage data setup we will keep open. We want to be able to run a command. So what are we going to do? I think the first place we're going to go to is dialog init. So in our dialog components, in our controllers, we have our dialog init. Okay, in here, I am going to be checking for the command before we display the message. And the reason for this is I want there to be an option that says, well, if you ran a function and the function returned success, then don't display the message, because you might just want to run a command without them saying anything. So that's why I'm going to do this before the command. So first of all, we're going to store the command. Store command. Well, if there is one. And then execute store command and run, I suppose that'll do. And reset. So let's do a reset first. So just in case there's already a command stored in there, data remove from storage, our storage, and I'm going to be storing it in buffer command. And I'm also going to store the success in there. Success. Okay. And now we'll do an execute if data storage, my storage dialog. This is going to be a macro, but we'll do what we normally do. We'll just pretend it's Bob's first message, and then we'll change it into a macro later. So Bob message 0 dot command run data modify storage, my storage, buffer command set from storage, my storage, Bob 0 dot command. Okay, obviously we don't want to be using Bob 0. We don't know who we're going to be talking to, and we don't know what our progress will be. So we will copy from get the current NPC's current message. We will copy the player progress and NPC bit. Copy. And anywhere we've got Bob 0, we will replace with that. Bob 0, we'll replace with that. And we'll tell that line, you are using data from storage. Okay. Right, so what do we want to do next? After we've done that, Well, I suppose if there is a command, run it. If command run. No, if command then run. At least let's try it. Minimal grammar at least. Execute if data storage storage buffer command. Now remember, the first thing we did is clear buffer command. So if there isn't one, we're not going to be doing this. Then run function command run. Remember, we set up the files and folders last episode at the very beginning. With storage ID dialog. Okay, that means we'll be able to have access to this buffer command in here. And after that, I do want to say if there is a no message if function success component, then exit. Okay, we'll fill that in later. Right. Okay. I think we're almost done for the simple bit. Let's go off to run command. Run command is going to be really nice and simple. Where is run command? Finding it might be a bit harder. It should be in component. There it is. Command run. Let's put that up there. Run command. And it's going to literally be run the command that is in buffer command. And it's saying, I don't know what you want me to do. Well, that's because we have to say you are using data. So this one looks a little bit weird because we've got you are using data, and then straight away we've got the next one, and it's just going to take from our storage data the command. So I think probably this will make a lot more sense if we just go to storage data setup and we put a command in there. And I think we'll do something really simple. Let's go to storage data setup. Let's save this one first. Storage data setup. And we'll go to Bob. On his loop function here, let's give him a command. What command should we give him? We want a couple of say hi. Okay, let's try that. Julahu, you've done your stuff. It's Bob's turn. Right, reload. We definitely have to reset the data. Right, Bob. Hi, my name is Bob. And he said hi. So we've detected that he has a command and we've said hi. And he should do that every time. Boom, 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 boom. Cool. Okay, thank you for your help, Bob. I'm going to go back to just shaking your head like a weirdo. Right. So, quite simply, we can put any command in there we like. And it is going to extract this, say hi. And in here, it's the equivalent of just not doing that. It's the equivalent of doing that. That's what this line here is doing. Okay. Nice. So we could give him, as you can imagine, any command. But what about if you want it to be a little bit more complicated? So let's do something with Noodle. So Noodle, please can you give me a potato? Okay, so let's do a potato check command. Well, it's going to be a function. And I've got that stored down in NPC function. We have Noodle potato check. There's nothing in there yet, but let's pop it up there. It's blank. So I want Noodle's command to run Noodle potato check. So let's go into Noodle. Here we are. We got Bob. Well, let's make these a bit. Let's do Bob. Copy that. Don't think we needed quite such a big space. Noodle, put that there, and this will be Julahu. There we go. Just separate them out a little bit, make it a bit easier to read. Okay, so Bob, Noodle, we want you to check for a potato. I'm going to remove that loop. I'm going to get one of these short ones here. Copy. I'm going to put some markers here. Well, not I call them markers. That is 0 to 2. So we've got 1, 0, 1, 2, and actually, yeah, we'll do these as separate ones. This will be 3 to 4, and we'll have probably at least a 5 as well. Okay, let's paste 2 into there. So he's going to go all the way up to here, and then we'll have him say, do you have a potato? And can you give me a potato? Okay. Now, if you get all the way up to entry number 4, then I will have you loop back. We'll add a loop component to loop you back to number 3. So he's going to say, my name's Noodle. Do you like potatoes? Can you give me a potato? Do you have a... He's going to try and say potato there. He's going to get confused. Can you give me a potato? Then he's going to loop back to here. So he's just going to get stuck saying these two. Cool. And in both of those, I want him to run a function. So I'm going to put command. And the function I want him to run is going to be noodle potato check. Now, can I... I'll tell you what I'll do here is I'll do function, and I'll pick it out myself. NPC function noodle, because that's going to get me the autofill command bit. So that's going to be all right. But who do we want to run it as? It's probably going to be running as himself. So let's just copy all of this. X. And that's going to go in there with your command. And we'll do the same here as well. Command. And we'll paste it in there too. So every time he says, do you have a potato? And every time he says, can you give me a potato? He's also going to be running the function noodle potato check. So I think next, probably noodle potato check is the place to go. Let's get rid of command run. Noodle potato check. I think we'll do a simple test. Say hi. Say potato check. Save. Now I haven't looked at it myself, but I think that feels right. Reset the data. Noodle. Hello, my name is Noodle. Do you like potatoes? Now I should be seeing potato check, and he now should be looping between those two. Yeah. Cool. You're all being very well behaved today. Okay. Let's go back. What do I want to do in potato check? The first thing I'm going to do is I am going to say, I think, probably, I'll reset the buffer success command. So reset or function success. Data remove from storage dialog buffer command success. Okay, so now this command has not been successful, or this function has not been successful. Then we will exit. Well, he wants a potato, so exit if no potato. So exit if the player is not holding a potato. If we keep going further, we have to take a potato away from the player. Remove potato. And in the last episode, we did set up this little item modifier here, which removes 1 from a stack. So we're going to be using that. Exit if no potato. Remove a potato. Then we want to set some dialog process after where we're going to go to. Set dialog process. And since we've set the progress, we'll now need to run the interact function again. So he will display a message. NPC interact. And now Was the command successful or not? Return whether the function was successful. If we leave this, if we don't put anything here, because we've reset it, this is still considered to be unsuccessful. I think first what I will do actually is say that this was successful. Data, modify, storage, dialog, buffer command success, and I'll set the value to true. Okay, save. Right, let's do exit if no potato. That seems relatively easy. We will execute unless items entity, the person that they're currently talking to, in their weapon main hand has a potato, then run return fail. Okay, now since we're returning, we're not going to get down here and set the command success to true. So that's going to return nothing. It will be considered failed. Now, if they do have one, we want to remove that. So item, modify, entity, at S, weapon main hand. Oh, and there's my item modifier. We'll use my item modifier. Okay. Where do we want to go to? So he's received the potato. Where are we going to jump to? Do we have anywhere set up for him to jump to? We don't. So number 5. Let's copy one of these. Copy. Paste that in there. And what can he say? Oh wow, thank you. Oh wow, thank you so much. He is very excited about that potato. Does that seem all right? Yeah, we can add some extra things later. In fact, let's add one more. We'll call this 5 and 6. Let's put another one. And now he's going to say, thanks again for my potato. And I think once he's got there, his interaction line has come to an end. And I think probably what we'll do is we'll just keep looping this command. So we'll just, or this message. So we'll loop to 6. And this is 6. So once he's got here, he's just going to be stuck forever saying, thanks again for my potato. That seems all right. Okay, S. Back to our potato check because we've still got a couple of things. Set dialog process. Okay, so where were we jumping to? These two are checking for the potato. If we do give it to him, we're going to jump to, oh wow, thank you so much, which is number 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 5. Okay. So let's set the progress to number 5, which would be scoreboard. Players set S, and we're talking to Noodle because this is only Noodle's potato check. We don't have to. We know we're talking to Noodle if we get here. We'll set that to 5, and then we'll run the NPC interact again so it displays the message. Function intercontrollers NPC interact save. Okay, Noodle, I've got high hopes. I haven't got any potatoes there. Well, high hopes I might have, but potatoes I don't. Let's get myself a stack of potatoes. There we go. Okay, Noodle. My name's Noodle, and he's just stuck. Can you give me a potato? Let's give him one. Let's clear the chat first. Let's give him one. Oh wow, thank you so much. Oh wow, thank you so much. Okay, now he said that twice, and this is the reason why we're going to be adding this sort of no message if function successful. It's just going to stop him saying one of those messages. But it seemed to work. He jumped onto the right place. Good job, Noodle. You're very helpful. Okay. So we are setting the command success to true. So let's go to dialog init. And actually let's use that. If there is a no message function success component, then exit. Okay, well there isn't at the moment, so let's go to our storage setup. Here we are with Noodle. And it's going to be on the potato check. So here we've got 2 lines that are doing the potato check. Let's add a component. And it is a long one, but no message if function success. And we'll set that to true. And we're going to do the same because you might give him a potato in either of these. So we'll set it the same on that one as well. Save. Okay, and then in dialog init, that's where we're going to be checking for that. So execute. If data, let's attempt correct spellings. Data. Oh, it's a hard word to spell, data. And we'll do our normal, we'll just pretend it's Bob's first message because we will be changing that. No message if function success component if data storage dialog buffer command. Hang on. Success, run, return, fail. So, if there is a component saying don't display the message and the function was successful, then run, return, fail. We're not going to be doing anything else. We are just literally stopping. So we're not going to process any of the components that are lower. We're just, nope, not doing anything. But it's not going to be Bob 0 every time. So let's grab our NPC and player progress variables and use those instead. And then we'll tell you that you are using data. Let's save that. Let's go back. Reset you. Reset the data. Okay, no, Julia, you've had your time. It's Noodle's turn. Right. Okay, let's get him in the loop. Can I have a potato? Can I have a potato? Let's clear chat. Let's give him the potato. Bang. He only says it one time now. Cool. So that way it's saying, you ran a function. You did a load of stuff, but you don't want me to display a message. You just want me to move on. And we've moved on. Thank you, Noodle. Okay, let's have a little bit of a time check. 23. We'll keep going. We'll keep going. Right, what should we do next? I think we're done with those. We've done command run. Let's do some simple ones. Okay, dialog init. We need to keep open. Potato check can get closed. We will need storage data set up as well. Okay, let's do item display. Let's display an item. So let's go off to data storage and let's do something with Bob. Okay, Bob. Hello, my name is Bob. Let's get rid of that command that you're running because that was just a test. Bob, how are you? Let's do hold item. Let's do hold item. So when he says, hello, my name is Bob, let's do hold item component. And in there, we'll just have an item name. And we'll put diamond. Okay. And then when he says, how are you? We will hold item air. Helps if you put commas instead of full stops. Okay, so he should just be like flashing a diamond at you each time he says, my name is Bob. Okay, dialog init. Let's go and set this up. So I think we'll just, we'll go down. Where should we do? After the message? Before the option component, maybe? Or should we do after NPC progress? Okay, let's do it here, I think. So we'll keep the chat progress down the bottom and the loop component at the end. We'll do it after the option component. Let's go in here. So, hold item component. Let's do a check to see if it's got that. Data remove from storage, hold item. Well, it'd be helpful if I put the right piece of storage, wouldn't it? Data removed from storage, item. That's where we're going to save our item. No, don't autofill it. Item. I want to call it item. Stop it. Thank you. Okay. Now, if there is an item, we want to save it into that. So let's execute. If data storage dialog, we'll do our Bob message 0 dot hold item, run data modify storage item set from storage. Hello. Set from. Did I not write from? Data modify storage. Set from. What am I doing wrong there? Why is it not happy? Run. I think my brain's just turned off. Data. Oh, we haven't here. Look, we haven't said which storage. There we go. Our storage item set from storage. Our storage. There we go. Brain freeze. Bob 0 dot hold item. Okay, and we might not be Bob, and it might not be his first message. So let's use our NPC name and player progress variables again. Boink and boink. You are using data. There we go. So we clear the item, then we save the item if there is that component, and then we're just gonna pop that item into the player's hands. Oh, well, not the player's hands, that would be nice. I want a diamond. Into the NPC's hands. So we will execute if data storage, my storage, item as any entity, type equals villager, tag equals ID, NPC, distance equals less than 3, run function, it's a component, there it is, item display, with storage data dialog, because now we can access the item that we saved. Save that. Let's go off to item display, and in here we want to be sticking that item into the player's hands. So into the NPC's hands, entity at S, weapon.main hand with Minecraft diamond. Okay, so that's hard coded. We don't want to hard code it. We want to use our little variable we saved. And we saved it into item. Item. You are using data. Oh, that didn't seem to work. There we go. Save. Okay, that seems all right. So we should be flashing a diamond at us. Oh, bling bling. Bling bling Bob, we're going to call you now. That's your new name. There's a diamond. It's gone. There's a diamond. It's gone. Diamond is gone. Okay, so now we've got a component we can just chuck on the end of any old text, and it's going to make him show an item, which I think would work for Noodle, actually. If we went over here, let's copy this whole item component. Copy. Noodle, when he's asking for a potato, let's just chuck on the end of that hold item potato. And we'll do the same for this one. Hold item potato. Oh, got 2 commas there. So when he gets to the message where he's asking for a potato, he grabs a potato. And then what we should do is once he's got the potato, we'll do hold item air. It's kind of like a visual reminder. Okay, let's check Noodle out. Yeah, we like you, Bob, but you're just blinging us. You're just, you know, oh, look at my diamonds. Yeah, well done, Bob. Noodle just wants a potato. Okay, Noodle. Well, hopefully. My name's Noodle. He's holding nothing. Do you like potatoes? Nothing. And now, so we've got a visual reminder here of what he wants. All right, I've got to give him a potato. Okay, here we go. Bonk. And now his potato's gone. Cool. That's a nice component. I like that one. Okay. Let's crack on. Let's do another one. Let's do a particle display. And I think this would work for Noodle as well. We'll give him a potato and he'll display some hearts or something. Okay, so let's get rid of item display. But we'll keep setup and dialogue in it. Let's go to dialogue in it. Actually, let's go to the storage data setup first. And let's set up a simple particle. Who should we do it for? It's probably easiest to do it. Let's do it for Noodle. Okay, let me have a think. What do we want? So we want, what's the particle going to be? That would be one thing. So it's type. We want a type. And let's do a spread, a speed, and a count. That's probably what we want. Yeah, okay. Thank you so much. Let's go here. So let's do a particle component. And we will try, we'll have a type. What's the name of the particle? Well, I don't really know the names of many of them, but I know one's called heart. And a spread. That'd be nice to be able to control simply as well. So spread 0.1. Speed, that's something people change. A speed of 0. And a count. 1 heart. Okay, so now we've got a component for a particle. Now let's grab all that stuff. Let's pop over to dialogue in it. And we'll do a check. Okay, so we want to look for a particle component. So we check for the item. Let's just do this after the item. Do it here. Particle component. So I suppose the first thing we will remove, similar to last time. Let's copy that one. We'll remove particle. Where we're going to store it, let's remove that. Let's make sure we spell them all correctly or we'll get problems later. And then we want to store it. So this is going to be the same as this line here as well. So let's copy that, paste that one in. But this time we're not looking for whole item. We are looking for particle. And if you find a particle, then store it into particle. That seems all right. And then we'll have it default. It will display above their head. So we'll execute if data storage, and it will still be as the villager, run a function. So let's grab all of this, copy, execute if data storage dialog particle as villager. Oh, but this time we're going to want at s as well. Let's add at s, run function, component, item display, no, particle display, yeah, with storage data. Okay, let me make a bit of a space in there so I know where I'm going for the next component. Let's save that. Let's pop over to particle display. And in particle display, we want to display the particle. So let's display the heart particle using standard data. Particle. Oh, there we go. There, we want all the particles. There's a nice list. Heart at those coordinates. A size, or so what comes next is spread. 0.1, 0.1, 0.1. Then we want a speed of 0, a count of 1. Okay. Right, obviously though, we want to switch this to using our data. So what did we call them? Storage data setup. Oh, in that case, I think I probably I think here, where we're sending the data, we don't want to send dialogue. We don't want to send everything. We just want to send the particle. So let's save that. So we're not sending all of this. We are just going to send, where on earth did I put it? I can't even find it. Where did I write the particle check? Oh, there it is. So we're just going to be sending this bit, which means we have access to type, spread, speed, and count. Type, spread, speed, and count. Type, spread, speed, and count. Say it enough times, I might remember. Okay, so we've got type, 3 lots of spread, a speed, and a count. Okay, so let's convert this. Type. Type. Then we have spread. Spread. We need 3 of them because we're going to replace all of them. Now, if you wanted, you could have spread X, spread Y, spread Z. I'm just going to keep it all the same. So this one is the speed. And this one is the count. And it's going to be unhappy because we need to tell it you are using data or variables. Okay, off we go. You. Fingers crossed. Noodle. My Noodle, do you like potatoes? Yes, I do. He holds a potato. I give him one. Wow, thank you so much. Nothing happened. Noodle, you've let me down. You've failed. I don't know why it's your fault, but it should be mine. What we'll do here is we will blank that out. We'll do a say particle. We'll check our dialogue in it. Particle component. Okay, let's just see if we made our mistake in saying particle. He didn't say particle. Okay. Did I save it? Particle display. Oh, it's because... I know we are running the item display. Okay, let's do some checks. Particle. Okay, let's check the data. Data get from storage. Dialog. Particle. No elements matching particle. Okay. I'm pretty sure I did do the reset, but just in case, this is much quicker to check than it is to wade through code and find out that we didn't do that. Oh, hang on. Well, I don't know why I went there. I thought for a second maybe we're playing in the wrong place, but we're just saying say particle. What is wrong with you, Noodle? Data remove. Well, that should be fine. Execute if data storage MPC player progress dot particle. Have I spelt it particle? Particle. I'm just going to copy that. Go to dialog init and just make sure. Yeah. They're the same. Okay. We don't seem to be setting the particle. Oh, look at this silly mistake here. Because I was copying, because I copied from item, I missed here. Run data modify storage dialog item. An easy mistake. If I typed the whole thing out, I wouldn't have missed that. But because I was copying it, I did miss it. Okay. It's still your fault, Noodle. Right, that's what villagers are for, blaming for everything. Poor things, you know, we trade with them, we imprison them, and then we just blame them. Okay, give you a potato, yeah. Particle. Okay. Now, will you actually display the particle? I think I should lift it up a little bit, because that's probably going to be inside his head or something, isn't it? Actually, that'd be at his feet. And he's quite tall, so maybe about 2.3. Let's try that. Sort it out, Noodle. Come on. This is one of the easy ones. Potato, potato, potato. Give him one. Boing! He has a little heart above his head. And now let's just do our quick check. Let's go to dialog setup. Let's copy that particle component. Copy. Let's stick it on Bob when he holds a diamond. Diamond. Let's put the spread up to 1. Let's put the speed up to 4. Let's put the count up to 100. Let's save that. Let's see what Bob does. Bob goes mental. Cool, so that works. Nice. Bob. Okay. Right. Have we got anything else? We've done a particle. Let's play a sound. Let's play a sound. Okay. So let's get rid of particle. Let's do storage. I think we'll do Bob again for this. Bob, I think when Bob flashes his bling at you, let's play a sound. That's what we're going to do. Okay, so Blingy Bob. When he holds his diamond, it doesn't matter where we add the component, so we'll just add it on the end. And we'll call it a play sound component. Okay, what do you want for sound? Well, I suppose you're going to have a sound. That would be the first thing. I'm going to use block. Oh, God. Amethyst block. Break. Okay, so if this doesn't work, one of the first things to check will be I've got the name right. I suppose we'll have a volume. We will have a volume 1. And let's be able to access the pitch as well. Pitch. Okay, that'll do. Save. Dialog in it. We will check. Should I risk? Should I risk cut and pasting again? This time we do know that I was silly last time. Oh yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. We'll take all of this. Copy. We'll paste it. This is going to be a play sound component. Play sound. So I think I might copy that play sound. Copy. And we'll remove the current, or the last one, play sound. And can I just do particle? Yeah, well, it's highlighting them all. Can I do Control D? So I've got that one, and that one, and that one. That'll do. Play sound. Play sound, play sound, play sound. We're going to run the dialogue, the function, which I've for some reason put an underline in, but I did. And there's another particle there. Play sound. Do we need to run it as the villager? Yeah, we'll run it as the villager and at the villager. That kind of makes sense. It's the villager that's making the sound. And here we are still running particle display. That's not going to work. We need to run the play sound. Okay. Sometimes I think it might be quicker just to retype it rather than check you've changed everything. It seems good. Let's open up the play sound. Let's just do, say, sound. We'll do that first. We have changed the data, so okay, Bob. Oh God, Bob. See, you're not saying it, are you? Those particles are annoying. Okay, let's go back. First thing I'm going to do is data setup and just change those particles to 1. There we go. Play sound. Okay, there's no underline there. It is just play sound. Let's go to dialog init. Remove play sound. Dialog play sound. Data modify storage. Play sound. Set from storage. Play sound. Execute if data. Play sound. There we go. There's a lesson there in keep everything the same. I've got play sound everywhere with no underline, and just for some reason the function I've put an underline in. Just to confuse myself. So let's do that. Good lesson in naming. Name things properly. Bob. Okay, so when he displays it, play sound. And now we've given that a bit of a spread, but there's only one particle. You can see it's a bit more random now instead of just above his head. Anyway, play sound. Play sound function. Let's do it as a normal command first. So it would be play sound block.amethyst block.break. Well, why can I never remember the sound command properly? Which channel do you want to play it on? This here, you could put this as an option. I'm just putting master. Master for all players at those position coordinates. Little a for all players. Volume. First one is volume 1. Pitch 1. Okay, so that covers everything. The options we've got. And what did we call them? Well, I think we called it sound, volume, and pitch. Sound, volume, and pitch. Okay, so this will be the sound. This will be sound. First one is volume. Volume. Last one is pitch. Pitch. You are using data. Save. Done. Get ready to go bling bling. Every time he shows it, hey, bing. I've got a diamond. Bing. Bob, you are a fool. I don't know why, but for some reason I'm going to go to here and I'm going to change his heart. Is it called electric spark? Electric spark. I'm going to keep the spread. I'm going to move the spread down to 0.5. Keep the speed at 4. Put the count up to 20. And just to see, really. I'm sorry. I'm wasting your time by doing this. But you can see once we set up the components, it's very easy to change stuff and add them to anyone you want. Woohoo! Look at you with your blingy diamond. All right, Bob, that's enough. Okay, one more to do. Let's set another NPC's progress. I don't know what you might want to use it for, but you might want to. So let's get Noodle. So he's holding his potato. Let's make it so if I talk to Bob, Bob will say, maybe Noodle says, oh, have you talked to Bob yet? And I go and talk to Bob. He goes, I see you've talked to Bob. That's the sort of thing we're going to be doing. So let's start with the data setup, and we'll have Bob, and we'll just do some sort of simple example. Bob, I think what you're going to do is set the progress for Noodle. So it says, how are you? But at the same time, we'll do a set progress component, and that will contain the NPC whose progress you want to set. So I suppose we'll just put their name, Noodle. And it will set the index. Where do you want to go in their chat index? And we'll say 0. So he's going to reset Noodle effectively. Let's save that. Yeah, that seems all right. Okay, dialogue in it. And then we have, do we risk? I think it's basically the same. Come on, surely we can do it better this time. Copy. Set component. Set progress component. Okay. Right, so we've called it set progress. Copy, reset the set progress component. If story data. Now I'm going to do Control D. I've highlighted this one. I highlight this one. As I press Control D, it's now selected this one and this one. And now 3. And now 4. And now 5. Okay, so now if I do Control V, I'll paste in the set progress. And I'll go here, because this one was awkwardly named, to set progress. And I'll just press save. And that should be done. Let's go over to set progress. Say progress, save. My name is Bob. Bob, progress. Yeah, okay, that's good. Let's go back to storage data setup. Noodle, let's add an extra thing for you. Copy. I'm going to call this one, we've gone up to 6 so far, so this one will be 7. Let's paste that in there. He's not going to have any components. He's just going to say, that Bob is such a bling boogaloo. I don't know what I'm typing half the time. Okay, so that's index 7. So, Bob, when you set Noodle, we want to set you to index 7. Save that. Let's go to set progress. Let's actually fill it in so it's doing something rather than just saying random words. So we would be doing scoreboard, players, set, S, and let's pretend it's just Bob. Well, actually, we're doing Noodle, to the index, which was 7. Okay, obviously that's going to, it's only ever going to do Noodle to 7. That's no good. Let's have a look at our data setup. We have NPC and we have index. Okay, and let's just check. We are storing this. Yeah, okay, let's check our dialog in it. We are sending set progress. That's okay. So in here we have access to, and we just want to change the name, NPC, and we have access to the index as well. Index. I'm unhappy because I don't know what you're doing. That's all right. We'll give you your little $sign. There we go. Okay. I think we're finished. I think we're right there at the end. Yeah, you're doing well. Hold out for just a little bit longer. Here we go. Okay. Who should we talk? Let's talk to Noodle. Oh, you're stuck. Did we not do a reset for you? I thought we pressed that button. My name is Noodle. Maybe what we should do here is add a component that when he first talks, it removes that potato. But that's to do with resetting. You can if you want. Do you like potatoes? Please can you give me a potato? I will give you a potato. Oh, wow. Thank you so much. Thanks again for my potato. He's now stuck in that loop. Let's go and talk to Bob. Hey, bling, bling, boogaloo, Bob. My name is Bob. How are you? My name is Bob. Okay. Noodle. Thanks again for my potato. Noodle, you did not do what I expected you to do. Let us scoreboard. Objectives. Set display. Sidebar. NPC progress Noodle. Mine is set. Now here we have a UUID whose progress we set. Now to me, that implies that we've set Bob's NPC progress to 7, which is not what we wanted to do. So let's have a look at where we're calling that and who we are calling it as. Okay, because we did the copy thing again, didn't we? I don't know why I'm dragging you into this. I did the copy thing. So this is running as the villager. At the villager. And then we often go off to the function and we do at s, which is, that's right, it's the villager. So we don't want to be running this as the villager. We want to do executive data storage set progress. Yes. Run. There we go. Let's not as the villager, because dialogue in it is being run as me. Save. There we go. Let's go back. That was a nice Bob. That should have been an easy fix. Let's do a bit of a reset. So he's still got 7 because I didn't. He's not supposed to have that. Doesn't matter if he has. Okay. Noodle. Give me a potato, give me a potato, give me a potato. There's your potato. Thank you so much. Let's get him stuck into his thanks again for my potato. Let's talk to Bling Bling Blob. There we go, a couple of times. Noodle. That Bob is such a bling bling boogaloo. You're right. Okay, so it works there. If we do a reset, he will now be back at the beginning. Okay. So this way you could lock people out of doing certain things. So if we talk to, maybe he hates Bob. He's like, oh, I'm only going to you give me a potato, I'll give you a reward. But if we talk to Bob first, and then we talk to Noodle, he's just going to say that Bob is such a bling bling boogaloo. We don't have access to giving him a potato anymore because Bob bling bling boogaloo has made us skip past. And because we've skipped past it, there is no way to get back. So what we'd have to do is we'd have to set the progress somewhere else. Up to you. I'm just adding these components to, as I think of them, to sort of give you a bit more control over what happens. I think just using the components we've added so far, you could probably do quite a lot. I've sort of run out of ideas. I mean, all of these components can be done just with the run command component. These things here are just to make it a little bit easier. I want to make him hold an item. Well, you just put hold item potato. You don't have to run a command. You don't have to work out who's holding the potato. You don't have to make a function happen. You just literally put hold item potato. So, for instance, if we went to Bob, let's go and have a look at Bob again. And here, so when he says, how are you, he's resetting Noodle's progress. Let's also put a command in there. Command. And the command could be item replace entity, any entity whose type equals Minecraft villager, whose tag equals Noodle, and we can replace their weapon dot main hand with air. Save that. Let's go back. Click on you. Click on you. Okay, so we're talking to Noodle, and we've got him as far as, can you give me a potato? And he's like, yeah, I like a potato. I'm holding one. Then we go off and talk to his arch enemy, Bob, bling bling Bob. He says, how are you? And then now we look. He's no longer holding his potato because we've run that command. So you can pretty much do what you like. And now he's just going to say that Bob is such a bling bling boogaloo. I don't know what I'm doing now. I've lost my mind. I'm just waffling. Anyway, there we go. Part 3 done. I think that's probably going to be it for this. I think you probably got an idea just from adding those of how you can add more components. Up to you. Add anything extra you like if you want to make something quick and easier for yourself. As I said, just the run command really does everything. Anyway, thank you very much for your time. I will see you soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.